Then when we go to the Somali mall, you know, when we hold hands, I feel like all eyes are on me. Even if nobody's looking, I feel like the uncle is looking at me. The aunt. Someone's about to tell my mom.
How about they looking?
Hey guys.
Hi guys.
Today's video is going to be about how couples basically show affection. And one of the biggest one is holding hands. What was your perception about holding hands as couples in Somali community?
I think for me, holding hands publicly, married couple, is like normal thing for me. I don't see like, wow, they are holding hands. Oh, they are in love. How about you? How do you see?
Mine is totally different. It's the opposite, this side, right? Now, growing up, I've never seen, right, any couples that hold hands. Oh, you shouldn't hold hands. That's like a private thing. That's how I used to think about it. Otherwise, why else wouldn't people express it?
You have a lot of private things to do. Not only holding hands.
Yeah, I mean, there's other stuff, obviously, that are private. Holding hands should not be that private.
Yeah.
Yet, we made it too private culturally.
Yeah. It's like if two people who are married, if they are in public and they're holding hands, other people may they will judge them. That's why a lot of people in our culture, they don't show that because they trying to run away that judgment.
Exactly. And, nobody wants too much judgment. Like, oh, look, like imagine, right? Somebody sees one of the mother's kids, right? They're like, oh, she's holding hands with a guy. Even if that's your husband, then they're like, oh, I need to tell her mom.
Wait.
Even though the girl is already married, but also look at it as like, okay, if we have kids and we never show them holding hands is okay, they will view holding hands as not okay. Just the opposite, right?
Like us.
Yeah. So holding hands, I'm like, it's good for the kids. It's good for all the young kids that are growing up, right? Because they look at it and be like, oh, that's normal. You go back home, that's not normal.
Yes. I don't want to say this, but at the same time I want to say it because like I feel like a lot of us when we are talking about like the things that we are talking about now, it's like when you are single you will see the little things like very big, but when you are in relationship or married,
true. I didn't think of that.
You don't see like that's like normal natural things to do, like holding hands. Maybe that's why when you were single you were saying like, if you see two couples holding hands,
you blush.
Ooh, that's a lot. They must be in love.
Wow, it's too passionate. You know why? I also know why. Because remember, when you're single, both of you are single, a lot of us haven't dated until you're ready for marriage. Then you're talking to the other person, right? Getting to know them for marriage when you never spoke to a man in your life. So holding hands for you is like a big thing. It's like, whoa, if I hold hands, I might as well get pregnant. Whereas now, like you said, if you get married, holding hands is just like, it's holding hands.
Yeah,
just like holding hands with anybody else.
Yeah.
I think you're absolutely right on that.
Yeah, because like you said, before marriage, we don't like date too much. We don't do like those things that we're talking about before marriage. But after marriage, when you adapt this relationship, you kind of feel like, oh, this is normal if you touch your husband or your wife. Whereas like when you're single, your eyes are open and you're like
I also know one more, right? And that is the respect side. For example, like holding hands outside, the reason why we didn't used to do is like culturally, we respect our elders a lot, right? Like our parent, anyone that's older than us. So if they didn't grow up with that, respectfully, you're supposed to not do it because you're respecting the elders. Because we have a respect for the elders, that's why we don't do it.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, it's like we don't do in front of our parents.
100%.
But like publicly, we can do because mom and dad, they cannot see us, you know.
Now here's a question. I agree with that. Now what about if there's another Somali elders at a park? Would you still hold hands? Like, wouldn't you supposed to respect them? Because if this was back home, you would respect them, sah? Out of a respect, you wouldn't hold hands because you're like, you know what? This person is older than me. I don't want to make them uncomfortable. We would think about the other person. But nowadays, honestly, think about it, right? Nowadays, when we talk to elders, they could be Somali. It doesn't matter. We look them right in the eyes. Where that was a big thing that you can't.
Like, you need to respect your elders.
You need to lower down your gaze. So now holding hands is starting to become the same thing. Where now it's like, who cares? It's affection.
I think compared to back home to here, it's a little different because back home you can see a lot of people who are doing that. But the older Somali people who live in this country, they already see this is a norm. Yeah, it's a normal thing.
Right.
Even non-Somalis.
100%.
Yeah.
Like Arab culture, a lot of like Arab elders that see, you know, they hold hands, and I'm like, oh, cool. Even if they're going to the masjid, right?
Yeah.
But I don't see that often with like Somali couples, like even going to the mosque. Because of that, that's why I always thought, you know, it's not a normal thing. Yeah.
But in the beginning, you used to shy a lot.
I used to shy a lot.
Yeah, especially holding hands in Somali public place.
Yes.
So how do you feel now? Like,
okay. In the beginning, right? Forget Somali malls. Even just going outside and holding hands together, I used to be conscious about it, be like, hey, is this okay to do it outside, right? I used to be much more conscious. Then a couple months in, I started to adapt to it. Then when we go to the Somali mall, you know, when we hold hands, I feel like all eyes are on me. Even if nobody's looking, I feel like the uncle is looking at me, the aunt. Someone's about to tell my mom. How about if they're looking
to tell your mom?
you know.
How about if they tell your mom?
Nothing would happen, obviously. Right?
Because we do that, I think, in front of your mom.
Yeah. We hold hands in front of my mom. But it's just like the way we grew up, or the way I grew up. Because if you do certain things, they're going to tell your mom, and it's bad, right? That whole negative mentality is still in your head. So I thought if we go to a Somali mall and we hold our hands, the uncle is looking at me, the aunt is looking at me, someone's gonna report me, you know?
Not only that, I think you told me this story, like you used to thought if we hold hands, especially in a public Somali place, some like the older man will hit you and will say, what are you doing here?
That's bad. Honestly, I used to think of that, right? And actually, I'm not that far wrong. Because that was a normal thing. Nobody hold hands. So my thinking was not necessarily way off.
But you grew up in this country. Why you don't see that?
Yeah, even though I grew up here, I feel like I just haven't seen people holding hands, especially in our culture. Therefore, it's still stuck with me. Even if I grew up here, it didn't matter, right? Because there needs to be some kind of example and representation for me to be like, oh, that's okay. And the only time I usually get it is from like other Muslim cultures, like the Arab, the Indians, and so forth, right? Some of them hold hands. Then I tell myself, oh, that is normal. But when it comes to our community, I'm like, it's not normal, right? It was because of that.
Okay, so how about now? How do you feel?
Oh, now I don't care.
Compared to the first time.
Now, day and night, right? Now I'm like, oh, if we're holding hands at a mall, I'm like, you know what? It might be a little bit uncomfortable still, but I'm like, everybody needs to learn.
After how many months or years?
No, not for me. For other people.
Oh, for other people.
Yeah, it might be uncomfortable, but I tell myself, hey, you know, if it's a positive thing holding hands and it allows other people to learn from it, that it's normal, let's normalize it.
First of all, no one is going to learn holding hands from you.
Not from me.
Especially, you know why I say that?
The comfort.
You know why I say that? Because they will judge you. They're not
they will judge me still.
Yeah, they will say, what the heck?
Yeah.
Our culture is going down. What happened to our Somali culture?
Kids, right?
This generation are dead.
I can imagine the Somali mom talks like that. Yeah, I can imagine that. I can see that, but like you said, like nowadays, honestly, it doesn't bother me as much, right?
Yeah.
If I hold hands, all I think about it is like it's probably a good thing for the newer kids that are born in the country, right? Like, you know, like Somali Americans, they would see that as like, hey, it's a normal thing, right? Respecting your wife, holding her hands, right? Showing mercy. That's the way I look at it right now. If anything, I look at it as a positive example.
Yeah, not only holding hands, but also, like you said,
showing kind words.
Saying kind words.
Yes.
Showing love.
100%.
Respecting her. Showing more love.
Yeah.
Showing more love. Showing more love.
That's a lot of love for public, huh? Yeah. No, I totally agree with you. Yeah.
So now you convert to my...
I convert to your side, basically.
To my side.
Exactly. It's a positive thing, but we overthink a lot of small little things. Yeah. I actually want to hear your opinion, guys. Leave a comment below. Do you still today... right? Especially if you're in the United States, it actually makes a big difference. Yeah. Do you feel like holding hands for Somali couples is still considered bad? Or is it normal for you? leave your opinion below. We're actually curious to read it.
We're only talking about married couple.
Oh, wait, well, طبعا. Well, who else are we talking about? Married couple. Thank you for being specific. Wow, that's the world we live in. You gotta clarify everything. It's like say, hey, don't put the kid on the microwave.
Yes.
Right? It's like you gotta clarify that. But yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.
Thank you. If you like it, like it. Otherwise, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.